Thank you, Neil. That was enlightening. So, being that it's Valentine's Day, and thinking about romance and love letters and things like that, I naturally started considering how much I sext people all the time. And I apologize for that to most of you in the room, because I'm sure you've gotten at least some kind of sexting message from me. But what was fascinating to me is when I thought about how it's still this provocative new thing. There's crazy articles about it all the time, about crazy sexting teens and how it's ruining their lives. And I remembered when I was young, when there weren't cell phones. Yes, I'm that old. Everything was about note passing, and that's part of the reason why I made all of these notes for you that have Pablo Neruda poems and Justin Bieber temporary tattoos on them. I was very much inspired by note passing in junior high, and I got kind of concerned about sexting as being a threat to this incredible skill of folding notes and hiding them from figures of authority and getting dates with them. So I decided to look up and see if Wikipedia had anything to say about sexting, which of course it did. Sexting is the act of sending sexually explicit messages and or photographs primarily between mobile phones. But in August 2012, the word sexting was listed for the first time in Merriam-Webster's Collegiate Dictionary. It's a real word. It used to just be considered a portmanteau. Yes, I said that, portmanteau. That makes this a literary discussion now. But the first known published mention of the term sexting was in a 2005 article in the Sunday Telegraph magazine in England. One study published that 39% of teens and 59% of adults had sent sexually explicit text messages. That means most of you. So let's talk later. I like sexting around. But I'm a little concerned that the artfulness of note folding is going to disappear, and I wanted to make a small effort at preserving that art by doing a little exercise. I've kind of written a very short presentation I call Life Before Sexting, Writing the Sexiest Note, How 10 Folds and Some Dirty Words Can Fast Track Your Love Life. So I'm hoping you'll all like to participate. Give me 1 second. So I'd like you all to, you don't have to necessarily write all of the content right now, but I want you to brainstorm the content for a dirty note. And of course, a romantic note doesn't have to be dirty, but I really prefer it if it were. That's one of the reasons we have these lovely pieces of literature in front of you to inspire you. They've got their perv from front to cover to back cover. But, so, what do we put in a dirty note? What do you put in notes? Do people who used to pass notes in junior high and high school? I see. Okay. Well, we're going to return to our muscle memory. We're going to take this skill back. But some tips on content. You're going to want to familiarize yourself with sexy words and phrases to build your repertoire. Make sure you use sensual, ambiguous language like unicycle, or backwards, or even weed whacker. Don't forget to add sexy phrases and admissions like, I licked this, or I'm kind of a bitch for you. Questions and requests always create a romantic environment and dynamic, like, can I leave my top on? I haven't worked out in a while. Now it's time to learn the folds. Do folks have paper in front of them? Cool. Start by giving yourself a guide. So you'll have this half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You're going to fold that in half to give yourself a guide. I'll give you all a second to do that. This helps with this symmetry. So just take it, fold it the long way. The long way. Once you have a guide, you're going to open it back up. Right now we're just practicing the folds. Don't worry about all the dirty stuff. We'll get there. So then you're going to start by doing almost like an airplane. You're going to fold down towards the center where your guided fold was. And then you're going to do that also on the other side till you come up with a shape like this. Fold the corners down symmetrically against the line that you created with your fold. I'd love to say I have technicians on hand, but I totally don't, so if you're screwing this up, that's all I got. Are we getting there? You're good, do you have it on both sides? Yep, you're totally there. Totally there, woo! Excellent, excellent. So once you have your triangles on the top, and it's wider on the side, I don't want to move too quickly, but that's life. You're going to fold in the sides so that the edge lines up right with the same line where you did the triangles. And you're going to do that on both sides so you get something a little smaller like this. Does that make sense? Oops, this one's a little weird. So then you'll fold the sides in. You got it. You are all about this. That's awesome. Yep, you got it. Perfect. Now, you're going to fold your corners in, down, till it looks kind of like an envelope. Envelope. Hot. So once you have that, you have one more fold to execute before you have an awesome tool to locate hot sick love. So then you're actually going to fold, so the front is going to be the triangle folds down, the back is going to be completely flat. What you're going to do is fold both of these back into thirds, and one corner is going to slip directly into...
Wait, do that again.
And you have guides for you at the table too, so you can undo one to help show it. So it's like this, and then you fold this way into thirds, and then this corner slips into that corner, and this corner slips into that corner, and you should be able to wrangle it until it looks like what's at your seat. You are so ready for note passing. That's freaking awesome. So I thought I would read you a love note to somebody that I just started seeing. Haven't given it to him yet, but... So again, remember, finger, pull, you got an open note. So, this is my romantic note. This is my tribute. Hey, handsome. I really like the time we've been spending together. Like that time you looked right at me before going on that really long sprint across the park. You should have at least changed out of your work clothes. But anyway, let's do that again sometime. It made me feel all hot and bothered, like when my landlady won't mow the lawn and I have to steal my neighbor's weed whacker. I was completely mesmerized by your face, as undeniable as an ice cream headache, but in a good way. But hey, next time, buck up and smile. I can tell you're shy. This is like the 4th time I've had to track down your address since we met. I get it. Remember when we met? When I pushed that grabby girl out of the way for you? She had a really firm grip on your hand. Is she still bugging you? Anyway, so I rented a couple unicycles because I know how much you like to stay on the move. And I thought maybe we could practice together, maybe even try it backwards. And if things heat up, we can take the next step and check out the boudoir. But is it okay if I leave my top on? I haven't worked out in a while. Oh, and about the restraining order. I totally get the joke. That's why I love you. You're hilarious. Anyways, XOXO for now. See you soon. By the way, I licked this. I'm kind of a bitch for you.